Welcome back to the channel, guys. I think it's good time to kind of share my prediction for who I think will finish top six, or better put, what would the top six be like at the end of the season. So this is my prediction for this starting season. Obviously, the first game of the season starts on Friday. Arsenal take on Coventry as the curtain opener. But yeah, let's talk through it. I'm going to start with number six. I've put Aston Villa as number six. Now, I know that, you know, people might feel like, well, Aston Villa has finished top four for the past two seasons. I get that, but I just feel like the Chelsea especially would be the surprise this season, and that would disrupt Aston Villa. Aston Villa tend to struggle because they're in Europe as well. So I've put them as my number six. I think having lost Rodgers, Tillemans, Onana is out for some time as well. I don't think they have the same firepower they have in the middle like they had last season. And they might also lose Const as well to Arsenal. So there's that too. So there's number six. I think they will do well in Europe. Obviously not. I don't think they will do well in Champions League, but I think they'll do well in other competitions, cup competitions. I think they will do well. For number five, I've gone with Chelsea. Chelsea, I think I mentioned this in previous videos. Chelsea will disrupt a lot of top teams this season. Nobody's just going to walk over Chelsea like folks have been doing for years now. They have an amazing manager in Xabi Alonso. I think they've recruited well, even though I still feel their back is still suspect. But all in all, as a collective, I think they've improved greatly from last season. So I think Chelsea would really trouble a lot of teams. Now, I don't know if they're going to struggle with lower teams, but I think that at least for the top teams, Chelsea will do well, very well this season. It won't surprise me if they win a cup competition at all. It won't surprise me. One game a week doesn't get any better than that. So, and history just shows that every time Chelsea is in this situation, they tend to do well, especially when they have a good manager, which they have, Alonso. So that's number five. For number six, I've gone with Liverpool. I just feel like when I look at Liverpool, the fear factor of Liverpool for me is gone. And I think the same thing for Man City. I will talk about that when we get to Man City. But I don't see how Liverpool have a replacement in Konate, in Jake. I mean, don't get me wrong, Konate didn't have the best of seasons last season, but that's also why they struggled. So the fact they didn't have a solid defensive unit last season, and they still, in my opinion, still don't have. Araujo is not. Araujo is a bit of a firecracker for me. He's not very stable temperament-wise at the back, and Premier League will expose you if you're someone who's naturally very rough footballer. You get rid of red cards. He's very rough. So I don't see it. I just don't see it. Liverpool they still don't have a number six in my opinion. This Premier League has shown that you need a solid back four, solid midfield. They have a very good attack, especially if they sign Bacola, which I think they will, but they still don't. It just doesn't do it for me. So I think they will do well, but good enough for fourth. I don't think there's a fear factor for Liverpool in any competition, even Champions League this season. They don't have the team. It's just not at the same level with other teams above them. So that's Liverpool for me, number four. And besides, they have a new manager in Iraola, who's a good manager, by the way, but this is not Bournemouth. This is Anfield, this is Liverpool. And yeah, I think for me, it's a fourth. That's what I put there for. Now, I put Man U as third. I think Man U is still in transition, but not at the degree of Liverpool and Man City they are. I think Man U, put it this way, if Man U made the right investment, I think Man U win the league next season. It won't surprise me at all. I think they're very close. They have a good manager, but there's still the buts. The but element is that Manchester United would, with this squad, be playing more games. So we really don't know how that would look like. We don't have any data on that character to suggest they would do well. So we don't know. There's a heavy unknown about United, but I think, and I still stand by this, they have the best front three in the league, in my opinion, even better than City's. It's just easy for them. Mbuemo, Ahmad, whoever. And now they've upgraded Cunha and added a Rashford. If he stays, I think United will do well. Bruno Fernandes is still going to be, Bruno Fernandes, world class. He's going to create a lot of chances, score lots of goals. Tillemans is going to be fantastic for Manchester United. Now, not to me, not as a six. I don't think he's a great six. I think he's a good, very good eight. With Aston Villa, he played eight because Onana played six. So I think United will do very well. They have a good midfield, have a good attack. Not the best defense, but I think those two elements, those two areas, should be enough to carry them forward. For number two, obviously, left with two clubs, Arsenal and Man City. I put Man City second, and my reason for that is not just the Community Shield. No, again, there's a fear factor about Man City that has disappeared for me. Even I speak for myself as a fan. I don't have a fear factor for City, and I think it's because of two things. One is the loss of Pep Guardiola, who is just a tactical genius. I think City will struggle without Pep Guardiola. He just has a way of neutralizing any team with his methods and his press conference and his tactics on the pitch. So I don't see it. I think Mikel Arteta, even most coaches would outwit Maresca. Yeah, that's just my take. I think they will still score lots of goals. Haaland, if you have Haaland is a phenomenon, I think he will still score lots of goals. Doku will do well. But the second part why I think City will finish second behind Arsenal is just they've lost Rodri. They've lost Bruno, what's his name? Bernardo Silva. To me, these two players were the main reasons they won the league last season. These two players put up a 10 over 10 performance, especially Bernardo Silva. His work rate, his work ethic, his quality on the ball in the final third, his technical abilities. I still don't see who's going to do that work. It's not just about with the ball, even off the ball, their work rate is incredible. They haven't done it for me. Anderson is not the player. I'm still surprised at 120 million. I think he's a good player, but probably 75, 85 million kind of player. He's not going to boss the midfield. Ayub Buadi is a good player, but it's the Premier League, so we don't know. We've had amazing players come in and just completely be blown away by Premier League, and they didn't perform. So I don't think Ayub Buadi is going to, don't get me wrong, I might just be horribly wrong here, but I don't think he's going to set the league on fire. I've watched him closely. He was linked to Arsenal for some time. He's quite physical, quite athletic, he's young, but the Premier League is faster than French league. It's faster than any league you can think of. So I for that reason, for me, I think City are just one major injury from being in trouble. If Doku is injured, they're in trouble. They don't really have, I'll say, equal replacements for those players. So I'm going to put City second. I've put Arsenal. My number one is Arsenal. I think Arsenal would, like I said, barely just win the league. It's not going to be, Arsenal will not run away with the league. I think it's going to be 3 points, 2 points kind of season. But I think Arsenal will win it. And is just the experience of this team. We haven't changed much. We've just added arguably the best midfielder in the Premier League to our team in Bruno Guimaraes. He's better than Declan Rice, in my opinion, going forward. Rice is better than him defensively. Those two together, I wouldn't want to play them. It's a nightmare for any team. If they stay fit, Arsenal would boss a lot of teams this season. So I think, and yet, even though I have my issues with our attack, I think our attack is poor. I think it's probably, if not the poorest of all the top 6 teams here. But I still feel that the defense we have and the midfield we have and the okay attack we have should be enough to power us through to win the league. So yeah, that's my top 6. Now I'm going to add a few more to this. So who's going to be player of the year? I just believe it's still Bruno Guimaraes. I saw Bruno Fernandes of Manchester United will still be my player. I think he's still going to create a lot of chances and score a lot of goals. Young player of the year, I think I just have a very strong feeling it's going to be Miles Lewis Kelly this year. I think if Arsenal win the league and he plays lots of games, I think he's going to get it. Yeah, so that's my prediction. Let me know yours. Disagree with me if you feel the need to. But yeah, that's my prediction. Cheers.